The dungeon runes flickered from a safe blue to an urgent, pulsing crimson. Yamato checked the classification device in his palm. The screen read S.
We scouted this gate. It was classified as B rank. This is impossible.
An S+ dungeon will slaughter us all. Activate the emergency seal.
Before anyone could object, Taro's fist crashed down on the seal crystal.
Taro, Mira, don't do this. We can fight together. Don't lock me inside.
It's the association's rule. If a gate misranks, the seal must be activated immediately. Forgive us, Yamato.
Rule. They're calling it a rule. I trusted them with my life.
The barrier solidified, a shimmering wall of finality. No sound, no light from outside. Time fractured. Minutes stretched into months. For every hour the world spun, an entire year would pass inside this prison. Days stacked into weeks, then months. The gate's monsters grew stronger, and Yamato's blade grew with them.
Another one dead. That's the 5th today. How many more until I find the way out?
He scavenged scraps from fallen hunters, armor, potions, and a journal bound in fading leather.
There is no exit. This gate is a cage for its master's amusement. He wrote this 100 years ago. They all died here. Hunter is stronger than me. And yet, they gave up. That's the one thing I can't do.
3 more years. Yamato stopped counting the days and started counting the floors.
I am not the same hunter who walked into a B rank. If they saw me now, they wouldn't recognize the monster they made.
On a floor drenched in blood, he found a carving on the wall. Only the final pact opens the seal. The demon's price is a soul.
Demon. As if I haven't already lost my soul in here. If it means breaking this cage, I'll pay whatever's left.
Yamato sheathed his great sword and walked deeper, toward the depths where even the air felt wrong. The prison had one last secret. The corridor ended in a vast crystalline chamber. At the center, a dark throne.
This is it. The demon's throne. After 12 years, I finally meet the warden.
Reina's red eyes found his, unblinking. She did not rise. She did not attack.
You are the first to reach me in centuries, and you look tired.
I didn't fight through 12 years of hell for small talk. If you are the master, open the seal.
Master? Number, I am as much a prisoner as you. This gate is my cage too.
A demon imprisoned. That doesn't add up. What could possibly hold something like her?
I have watched you for every year of your struggle. Your rage is magnificent.
She's been watching the whole time. Every wound, every close call. She just sat there and observed.
Reina extended a slender hand. For the first time in 12 years, Yamato hesitated to swing.
The demon court exiled me here for refusing to slaughter a human village. This prison was my sentence.
Exiled for mercy. That complicates the demon narrative.
If you wish to break this seal, I can teach you power beyond any hunter. But I ask only one thing.
What's the price?
Your company. For 10 years I have watched you alone. I do not wish to be alone anymore.
Strength and knowledge for companionship. That's not a demon's deal. That's human. If you train me, I'll listen. I am not promising anything more.
That is more than I have had in a century.
They clasped hands, a pact forged in mutual isolation. The dungeon's cold walls held their breath. The next day, Reina led him to a vast training hall. She drew a blade of shadow. The real lesson had begun. Months blurred into years. Blades clashed, and Yamato learned to match a demon's grace.
Your footwork is still human. Slow and predictable. Again.
She's never gentle, but she's also never wrong. That's what makes this worth it.
They shared meals beneath frozen torches. Her voice became a constant in the silence.
My father was a hunter too. He trusted the association. That trust got him killed.
Then we share the same wound. Betrayal by those who should protect us.
When did she stop being a monster? When did her eyes start looking kind?
Yamato broke through his limits on the 7th year. His greatsword cleaved through a gate floor guardian in one strike.
You've surpassed my expectations. You are not the prisoner I first watched.
The training resumed, but the space between them had changed. 2 prisoners were becoming something more.
Reina, I've been alone for 10 years inside, but the only days that felt like living were with you. Stay with me. Not as a teacher, as my wife.
You would bind your life to a demon, fully knowing what I am.
She's not a demon. She's my reason to keep fighting.
They exchanged vows beneath the crystal lights. No priest, no witnesses, only the prison walls and their unbroken will. The ring was a simple band of dungeon silver, but to them, it shone brighter than any crown.
This bond. I can feel the gate's magic bending. The seal that imprisoned us both. It's finally breaking.
We're getting out? After all this time?
A crack of light split the chamber wall, and the air shivered with the promise of a world they'd almost forgotten. Before them, a portal flickered into existence, the first real exit in a century.
We step through together. Whatever waits on the other side, we face it as one.
They emerged from the portal into twilight air, their feet crunching on scorched earth. For them, 12 years had passed. Inside the camp, a wall clock ticked idly to 21:07. Outside, only 3 hours had passed since the seal. The tent was alive with celebration. Taro boasted about the payday. Sora hummed along to a radio. A shadow fell across the tent flap. Mira's bottle hit the dirt and shattered. Taro's laugh caught in his throat. Sora's hand flew to her mouth, every face drained of color.
You sealed it.
I will ask this once. Who sealed him?
Yamato, you can't be real. The gate was S. Nobody survives that.
We thought you'd die in there. We had no choice. It was protocol.
We will talk about protocol. But first, who gave the order?
Reina's aura thickened, red and heavy. The guildmates stumbled back as if the air itself had become a threat.
You heard her. Every name. Did you push that crystal on your own? Or did someone tell you to?
It was the guildmaster. He said the seal was the only way. We were following orders.
Taro, shut up. We weren't supposed to.
Not supposed to what? Mention that the guildmaster received his own instructions from someone else?
He said, the order came from higher up. We don't know who. I swear.
Higher up. You sealed my husband on the word of a shadow. I find that insufficient.
We didn't want to. But if we disobeyed, we'd be blacklisted. Please, Yamato.
Not panic, not protocol. Someone wanted me dead before I even stepped inside. You'll keep breathing tonight, but tell your guildmaster, I am coming for the name.
It was Vice President Ishikawa. The guildmaster said Ishikawa ordered the seal directly.
Ishikawa. The man who had my father executed for digging into association funds, of course.
The vice president. Then the corruption runs to the very top of your human order.
We swear we didn't know about your father. The guildmaster just told us it was an internal security order.
An order to bury the son of the man who had proof of his crimes. That's not security. That's cleaning house.
Then I will drag him out of his office and make him confess in front of your council.
Number. He doesn't get a quick death. I have my father's records. I'll use them to tear his world apart legally.
Records? You have records? Then, we really were tools for a murder plot.
You were, but you are not the target. Go back to your guildmaster. Tell him I am coming, and I am bringing the truth.
The 3 guildmates collapsed to their knees, not in mercy, but in the crushing weight of what they had unknowingly done.
They placed the seal. Their hands killed 12 years of your life. Let me end this.
Number. They're just tools. Broken ones. Wielded by a worse hand. Killing them doesn't touch Ishikawa. You 3 live. But every day you do, remember that your guildmaster sold you into a murder.
Yamato, thank you. We don't deserve this.
Number. You deserve a guild that won't make you monsters. Now go back, warn them.
He didn't look back. Reina fell into step beside him, her silence more menacing than any threat.
Your mercy is dangerous. It leaves enemies breathing.
They aren't enemies, they're evidence. And I need them to testify when I tear down Ishikawa.
The city lights glowed ahead, indifferent. Yamato had escaped hell, but the real fight was just beginning. He carried his father's evidence in a locked box inside his inventory. Next stop, the Hunter Association. The streets near the association emptied as they walked. Civilians fled from a presence they couldn't name.
Reina, pull your aura in. We aren't here to terrify the district.
I am merely existing. It is not my fault. Their spirits are weak.
They reached the Marble Plaza. The Hunter Association tower loomed over them, every window a blazing square of light. At the entrance, a security detail blocked their path. The lead guard's hand trembled on his holster.
I am here to see Vice President Ishikawa. Tell him Yamato survived the gate.
The guard's radio crackled. Demon's signature confirmed. The building's alarms triggered automatically.
How predictable. Your kind always reaches for weapons before words.
Yamato raised a hand, halting Reina's advance. He fixed the guards with a stare that had outlasted a century of darkness. Behind the sleek glass doors, the lobby descended into chaos. Ishikawa's name was already echoing through the intercoms. The guards opened fire, a storm of mana bolts. Reina didn't even blink.
Your fear speaks louder than your weapons.
Shadow tendrils erupted from the marble, coiling around every rifle, every wrist. Not a single shot found its mark.
I am not here to fight the association. Take me to Ishikawa, now.
The security chief, trembling, nodded and led them inside. The lobby fell silent, but for the crunch of broken glass. They ascended in a glass elevator. Reina watched the city lights shrink, her reflection a silent sentinel. On the top floor, a young aide dropped a stack of folders. She pointed, wordless, to the heavy oak door at the corridor's end.
Thank you. Tell the council to assemble. They'll want to hear this.
The door to Ishikawa's office stood before them. Yamato's hand closed on the handle, cold and familiar.
Whatever waits inside, we face it as one. You promised me this world. I intend to see it.
Yamato pushed the door open. Ishikawa stood behind his desk, phone in hand, a practiced smile that didn't reach his eyes.
Yamato, the gate was sealed. No one informed me of a survivor. This is highly irregular.
You didn't hear? Your orders were carried out perfectly. I was trapped for 12 years.
Ishikawa's smile twitched, but he set the phone down, clasping his hands on the polished desk.
Orders? I am sure I don't know what you mean. Perhaps your ordeal has affected your memory.
This one reeks of lies. Let me extract the truth directly.
Not yet. I want him to remember. Your name is Ishikawa. My father was Hiroshi Yamato. Did you think I forgot?
Ishikawa's body went rigid. The name Hiroshi Yamato hung in the air like a blade.
The twitch in your jaw. You remember now. You murdered a good man and buried his son alive.
His phone buzzed. The council had been summoned. His window of escape was closing. Yamato reached into his inventory and pulled out a worn leather folder, edges cracked with age.
This is the file my father died to compile. Your embezzlement, your cover-ups, and the order for his execution.
The folder spilled open. Bank ledgers, printed transfers, and a yellowed order signed in Ishikawa's own hand.
Forgeries. My enemies have planted these to destroy me. You are a pawn.
The association's own seal is on every page. You didn't even try to hide it. You thought we'd never surface.
Ishikawa's hand darted under the desk. A hidden button, connected to his private security.
You think bringing a demon here will save you? I've handled worse. Security.
The office doors flew open. 5 armed hunters, his personal watchers, flooded the room.
You just sealed your fate. The whole building heard you. The council is on its way.
Ishikawa's face twisted. He barked orders to kill them both before the council could step inside. The guards hesitated. Beyond the broken door, heavy footsteps. The council had arrived. 7 council members filed in, eyes sweeping the chaos. The open folder. The guards. The demon at Yamato's side. The lead counselor, an elder named Harada, stepped forward and picked up a document. His hand trembled. Harada, these are certified association records. Ishikawa, explain this execution order.
Harada, don't be fooled. This boy is working with a demon. He's orchestrated all of this.
The demon is my wife, and your vice president just ordered his guards to murder us to bury that file.
Harada set the folder down. Ishikawa, you are relieved of your position pending a full trial.
You can't do this. I built this association. I'll burn it down before I let a dead hunter's brat.
Shadow tendrils lashed from the floor, pinning Ishikawa's limbs to his chair before he could finish.
Speak again without permission, and I will remove your tongue. The council has heard enough.
Ishikawa's eyes burned with desperation. The shadow tendrils holding him snapped like thread.
You think cheap tricks can hold a vice president? I am no paper pusher. I am an S-rank hunter.
Mana erupted around him, shattering the desk. A razor-edged cyclone of wind aimed straight at Yamato's heart.
He was hiding this the whole time. The same spell that killed my father.
Yamato started to move, but Reina was already there. Her hand lifted, and the cyclone shattered against an invisible barrier.
S-Rank. Amusing. I've swatted greater threats away like flies in that prison.
Dark chains erupted from the floor. Not tendrils, but forged prison bindings. They encased Ishikawa, draining his mana with every breath.
Release me. I'll have you all executed. The whole country will.
Silence.
The council stood frozen, their authority dwarfed by the demon's casual power. Ishikawa slumped, finally broken. Harada gestured, and 2 council guards lifted the chained vice president from the wreckage.
You'll regret this. I'll have every one of you.
His words were swallowed by the corridor. The last of his private security lowered their weapons. By morning, every news feed blared the same image. Vice President Ishikawa arrested for corruption and murder. In the holding cell, Ishikawa slumped, the fight finally drained from him. Harada addressed the shaken council members and the survivors. The association will root out every trace of his corruption. We will not protect murderers.
He killed my father and tried to bury me. You are going to need more than a statement to fix what's broken.
Your human systems break and rebuild. I've seen kingdoms fall. This one will learn.
Yamato turned from the cell. His father's file was now public record. The council called an emergency session. The reform would be painful, but it had begun. Harada approached Yamato in the marble lobby, his voice low. The council wants you to lead the reform.
I didn't fight to sit in an office. My war was personal.
He belongs to no council. He belongs to me.
Harada nodded, understanding. The association would rebuild without a Yamato at its head.
I'll check in. If it rots again, I'll be back.
They pushed through the glass doors, and the sun hit their faces for the first time since the gate.
Your world is brighter than my prison. I may grow accustomed to it.
This is just the start. We have a world to see.
The Hunter Association faded behind them. Ishikawa's empire was ash. A hunter returned from a gate nobody cleared in 100 years. And beside him, a demon wife who would change both worlds. Rain began to fall over the quiet city park, turning the sky gray. 3 drenched figures stumbled onto the path. Mira, Taro, and Sora, faces hollow with grief.
Yamato, we couldn't stay silent. Not after the news. We need to say it properly.
All 3 dropped to their knees on the wet concrete, the rain dripping off their bowed heads.
We stole 12 years of your life because we were scared to ask questions. I am so sorry.
You were pawns in a game you couldn't see, but you can still choose to be better. Help the new association.
They carry the stench of guilt. But guilt can be the seed of loyalty.
Yamato extended a hand. Mira grasped it, tears mixing with the rain.
I won't call us friends again, but I don't hate you. Move forward.
The rain washed the tears away. When they looked up, Yamato and Reina were already walking into the mist. The rain had passed. A quiet hillside overlooking the city greeted them, fresh grass, still wet. Yamato stopped before a modest stone, his father's name carved deep.
I brought you here because you are the only one I wanted to tell. This is where my father rests.
The man who gathered the proof that brought Ishikawa down. He must have loved you very much.
He knew they'd come for him, so he hid copies with a friend. The folder I carried, it was his last gift.
Reina knelt, her fingers brushing the stone. For a demon, the gesture was solemn, almost prayer.
What will you do now, Yamato? Your enemy is broken, your name is cleared.
I want to show you the world. The real world, not the one we fought through.
They stood as the sun dipped below the hills, hands clasped. The past was buried. The future was theirs. They wandered the vibrant streets, Reina's red eyes drinking in the chaos of human life. A festival exploded with lanterns. Children chased paper toys, laughing. Reina watched, her expression unreadable. Yamato handed her a skewer of grilled meat. She bit into it and her eyes widened.
This is what you protect. The noise, the mess, the sweetness.
Every part of it, even the parts that hurt.
She tasted the drizzle of sauce on her lip, and for the first time since the gate, she laughed. That laugh turned heads, but she didn't care. She was no longer a prisoner observing from afar.
I understand now why you refused a throne, why you still fight. It's not about power, it's about this.
He took her hand, and they vanished into the festival crowd. A demon and a hunter, simply a couple. The world stretched before them, and at last, it was enough. The city stretched beneath them, a sea of lights, on a forgotten rooftop. They stood alone with the stars.
I never thought I'd see the sky again, let alone with someone beside me.
I never expected to leave my prison. You became my home.
Yamato rested his hand on the pommel of his greatsword, the weapon now more symbol than blade.
I fought for 3 hours in their world. 12 years in ours. But I'd do it again if it led me here.
The wind carried the distant hum of the city, a lullaby for two souls finally at rest. They had rewritten the rules of two worlds. Now they would write their own. He returned from a gate nobody cleared in 100 years, and he brought a wife who would change both worlds. For every prison, a key. For every betrayal, a reckoning. For every hunter, a demon who taught him to be human. Their story had ended. Their lives had just begun.